Welcome back to the channel. It's good afternoon in Pram Pram, and we are on site. We have the first 500 blocks on site. We are busy loading the 500 blocks. I think this is about 200, I think, and we have like 300 down, which is coming. This one is about 300 more. But we're going to start with the first 1,000 blocks. As always, we always first start with 1,000 blocks. We see how far we go, and then yeah, we continue from there. Sorry if it's windy here. You know, I'm in the coast, I'm in Pram Pram, so it's always windy. As you can see, the leaves, yeah, it's always windy here and fresh in Pram Pram. And you can also see the sea from here at the coast. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's sunny here, it's really hot, but because of the wind, fresh wind, so you don't really feel it. But if you should go behind the wind, whoa, you will really feel it. So that is it. Yeah, you can see the sea. Today is really full, so it's dangerous to swim during this time because you can see from here it's so full, the sea. And I don't know if you can see some ships over there. So even on the up here you can have a nice view. You can see some ship. I don't know if you can see, but we have some ships over there. And I think there is Temahabo is there. If you zoom, let me try see if we can get. That's the oil refinery, Tema oil refinery over there. That's Tema oil refinery. And I will try to give you guys a view in the night. It's really like bright because there are so many lights there. So that's Tema oil refinery you see right there. Try to zoom more if you can get it, if possible. I don't know how clear that is, but yeah, that's Tema oil refinery. And then you have the harbor. You have the harbor at this side, so that's why you can see those ships. You can see those ships on the sea. You can see those ships going to the harbor, and so that is it. So yeah, it's really nice, fresh. Oh my god, I just can't wait to finish this floor, you know, relax and enjoy this view. So that is the update. I just wanted to update you guys on the blocks updates. So this is it. We're going to start with the walls and then
Someone subscribe. Now subscribe you should one like it, Madam Mashi.
once I go to sleep. I don't know. You the sleep, I don't know why. So it is day one for the block laying of the 2-bedroom apartment on the second level, and at the moment we are preparing the materials to begin work. We used about 2 bags of cement to 4 wheelbarrows of sand for the mixture of the mortar. The ratio of the mortar, which is 2:4, can lay about 80 to 90 blocks, and the price of one hollow block is 6 Ghana cedis. The price of cement depends on which type you are using or the type your mason wants to use. But before we begin with the setting out or the laying of the blocks, we have to take all the sideboarding from the dry concrete. I know I haven't come up with the total cost of the concrete casting or the decking yet. It's been a little bit of challenge because I finished with my concrete casting in February, and then in March the price of everything went sky high. So it's not really gonna make sense if I have to give you the figures that I spent, how much I spent also, because yeah, the prices are way different now. It's way different. But what I can do is to give you the quantity of the materials that I use, and then maybe with my measurements with my area size. You can do your own estimate and see how much it's going to cost you. But the whole idea is to just let you know that it's not that expensive to build your own house, because one advantage is that it is your own project. So you decide when you want to work. You make the decision. You don't have to do it every month. You have to save some money. Maybe it takes you 2 to 4 months to save some money, and then you go to the next stage. When that stage is done, you wait for another maybe 4 months to save money again, and then you go to the next stage. So that is what I'm just trying to put out there, that just take your time, make a structure, and then build your house slowly. You don't have to go so fast. If you study me with this particular project, which is the Pam Pam project, I started last year in February, January, February, and this is how far we've come. I have a strategy where I work step by step, stage by stage. I take my time to build. I don't want to rush myself. I don't want to go through stress. So I take my time, and then when I have the money, I call the guys, and then they do something. When that thing is finished, I wait again. I have to save money because yeah, I have to work and get paid at the end of the month, and that is how I'm building. I don't have any big savings down. No, 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 no. Because if you want to build and you want to think maybe, okay, I have to get this amount of money before I can start, or I need to get halfway money before I start building, then you will never start. So the little you have, let's say if you have 4 month pay, if you can save 4 month or 3 month pay, if it can start with the digging and casting of the concrete in the trenches, just go with that for the first start. You wait for 2 months, 3 months. If you have money, you go to the next stage. Slowly, slowly, you will see progress. And this is how far I have come with such steps. So that is the whole idea I want to share with you guys. If you really want a house, if you really want to build, it doesn't matter how much it's going to cost you. If you really want it, you will go for it. And when you take your time to build, you will learn a lot through the process. Then, yeah, so, but then also one thing with the labor work I also like to share is that especially with the concrete casting, I was part of the whole team from the carpentry work to the casting. I was part of the team. So the whole, labor work was all on vibes because I was helping them as well. If you've watched the videos, there are only two guys on site doing the carpentry work, only two guys, and I was also part of it to help them. So I was able to cut down the cost of the labor. I pay them by day. So yeah, that is how it went. Some day I give them more, some other days also it's less. So if you want to compare that to your project, it's going to be really different, you know. And also the same thing with the iron bars and stuff. It's also way different because it's all on vibes. It's all on vibes and just working with them and just playing. And then they reduce the prices for me. So if I give my figures out, it's going to be really less than what you will pay because I was also part of it. And most of the job, I always make sure that they get everything so they don't have to go out to, they don't have to spend money on transportation, or I do all of those things for them. All the rough work, I did all the rough work. So they just have to be present, and everything was at their disposal to work. So that also make the work easy and everything went fast. So this is something I also like to share with you guys. If you have time to go home to monitor your own projects, that will help. But if you don't, then you have to really have good connection with the people. You have to communicate with them, let them understand what you want, and where you want to go. Be honest with them. If you have the money, you go fast. If you don't have the money, you let them know, hey, I don't have the money, but this is where I want to go. So if you guys will work with me, they do understand. Some of them are not honest, some of them are bad, but sometimes when you open up to them, it really works. It really works well. So for example, you have the contractor on site who is monitoring the whole work. You have another guy who is putting the mortar on the concrete for the blocks to be laid on. And then the guy right here is the one who, is like a joker. He's the one that brings the mortar to the masons and then also sometimes help with the block. And then the guy in the corner right there is the one that makes sure that the work looks neat. He puts the mortar in between the blocks and makes the dressing. And then you have me in the red right there who carries the block all round, so that they don't have to work, because if they all have to come and load the blocks, it gives it's time wasting, and also then you need about 2 or 3 people to be doing those work. So I am there and helping them with the delivery of the blocks, and they have to stay where they are. They don't have to move. They just have to stay where they are, and they have to work. So that is the strategy that I am using to build my house, and maybe you can also play around it if you also have someone who can act like a joker on site for you to be like monitoring and also at the same time working with the guys, and it's all fun, it's all fun. So that is it. I'm going to do this for Mr. Kenneth, who I had a conversation with him, and according to him, it is nice that I give out just general idea, the cost breakdown, just a general one for them to get an idea how much it might cost someone to build a house in Ghana, and also to check. So with this, I can say that I spent about 13,000 Ghana cedis on the sand, one trip of sand, one trip of stone, and 200 bags of cement, which I got from Mr. Kwete, who is a block factory guy. And I also used about 3.5 ton of iron rods. If you compare the price now, you know how much that will cost. The wood is also a big challenge because I got almost half of the wood from a subscriber who happens to be like a big brother to me now. I also got that support from him, so my wood also is like really different now, and the labor work is also way like different, and so I am really sorry that I cannot give the total cost, of the concrete. It is a lesson learned. During that time, I was very busy with with helping them. So, and also with the transportation, and you have to pay this, and you have to pay little things. So I totally lost track of the whole thing. I am really sorry, and from now on, it is a lesson learned, and it was a nice experience as well. From now on, I'm going to keep records from now on, and then with time, I will come up with a proper presentation for the decking. So bear with me. Let's continue from here. And if it is your first time joining us here, or you just joined the channel when we started with the decking, you can get the proper presentation of the total cost or the cost breakdown of this project from the foundation level till the lintel stage, which is like before the concrete casting. It cost about 13,000 US dollars for the whole thing from foundation to lintel level. So that is yeah, something I also like to share. You can get a playlist Pram Pram projects, and then you can check it out for more information. So this is what we were able to do today. This is the first day of setting out the block work. So this is what we were able to do. Sorry for the noise, and the wind as well. I'm by the beach side, so it's always windy here. That's why most of the time I like to play my music and let you guys enjoy the scene. So this is it. This is a whole room. This is one room, and then the kitchen is right here, somewhere here. Then you have another room here. So it's just 2-bedroom here, and then all of this is open concept, the living room. Tomorrow when the blocks are gone, I will show you guys around. It's windy, I cannot say much, so let's see how far we go tomorrow. Hey, you've made it to the end of the video. Wow. If you did like the video, kindly please do hit the like button, comment your thoughts, share, and if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly please do so that you don't miss out on the next episode. Thanks for spending your time with me here. I do appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Let's do it.